I have just made my first Rebirth build ever, and we have cooked up this unstoppable guard that can do absolutely everything on this game. Do you want to be able to get contact dunks?
Oh my gosh.
As well as lobbing yourself off the backboard just for the fun of it.
Oh my god.
And at the same time, be able to knock down every shot imaginable from wherever it may be on the court. Unlock all the very best dribble sigs so you can cook up your opponents. But at the same time, still be able to play solid defense. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if that sounds like a great build to you, you guys have come to the perfect place. Because this right here is our unstoppable 6'4" point guard build. And as you guys can see, there is just absolutely nothing this thing can't do. You can take this thing to the 2s, the 3s, the 5s, it doesn't matter. This build is so versatile, it might actually be my only guard build for the year. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna show you guys how to make this build, as well as all the sigs I have equipped. So don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get straight on with it. So this is how we make our build. Position point guard, height 6'4", 175 pounds for the weight, and 6'7" for the wingspan. Moving on. This is our stats right away. I'm not gonna, waste too much of your guys' time. If you guys want to see the build right away, this is it right here. I'm going to break down every single aspect really quickly though. But if you guys want to screenshot, pause the video. This is our 6'4" Rebirth build. And as you guys can see, take a look at how beautiful this build is, man. This build has everything there is. So we're going to start with our driving dunk. So as you guys can see right there, we have a 93 driving dunk. And that gives us Hall of Fame aerial wizard and gold posterizer, as well as 80 vertical. For the 2-foot contact dunks, we get the pro contact dunks, and we also get the small contact dunks. And then for the 1-foot contact dunks, we get the pro contact dunks once again, and then also the small contact dunks off 1. And this right here is why we went with a 93 driving dunk and 80 vertical, as you guys can see right there. Moving on to our shooting, we have a 92 3-point, and as you guys can see right here, these are the badges that we get. You get Deadeye, Set Shot, and Shifty all at gold, as well as Limitless Range silver. So as you guys can notice right there, 92 3, but we have an extra 2 we can use for caps to get that to a 94, which will then give you gold Limitless Range, as well as Hall of Fame Set Shot. And I would also recommend using the shooting build specialization for this build. I mean, it is completely up to you, but for me, I've already gone with the build specialization for shooting so that I can also get my max plus 1s. I think for Limitless, once I get that to gold, I'll probably max plus 2 that to get that to legend. And then for my max plus 1, I can put it on Shifty Shooter to get that to Hall of Fame as well. Moving on to playmaking, first of all, we have pass accuracy at 71. So what does 71 give you? That gives us Silver Dimer, Bronze Break Starter, and Bronze Versatile Visionary. That is the minimum pass ac that you want to go with on this game. Now, I know in my previous video where I made that 6'2", that there is no point going below an 85, but after playing 2K26 on my stretch, which was actually my first build that I made, I also had a 70 pass ac on that, and honestly the passing felt perfectly fine, and everybody has come out and said as well that the pass ac attribute actually, it doesn't need to be high this year, which is a bit weird. So there's basically not really a big jump from having a 71 pass ac to an 85, so going to an 85 actually is a waste. I mean, unless you want to do that to unlock certain pass styles or like unlock certain badges, then go for it. But the passes that you get with this pass ac, honestly, especially with how difficult lanes are this year, this is not going to give you an issue whatsoever. But anyway, moving on. 92 ball handle, that will allow you to unlock every dribble sig in the game right now that you need. And at the same time, we also get silver ankle, gold unpluckable, gold handles for days. We will also be able to cap break this eventually once we get our cap breakers, either from the crew rewards, rep rewards, the challenges. And eventually you do want to get this to a 94 so you can get handles for days Hall of Fame. And then if Steve Francis comes out, you can get that to a 95. And then moving on to speed with ball, we have an 86, which allows us to get gold lightning launch off rip. And what you want to do with this is also cap break this to a 91, because that is the maximum once again for this build. That is why we went with 175 pounds. Plus 5 to this as you get your cap breakers. That should get it to Hall of Fame. And then max plus 1 it once you get to Hall of Fame. And you will get legend lightning launch eventually. So now defense, the beauty of this build. I've seen other 6'4" builds as well, and I think this is one of the key differences with mine. I really wanted to up my interior defenses. Didn't really give me any badges. I just solely did this so that I can have a little bit of interior D. Because, there is a very, very heavy slasher meta right now, especially on the 2s. Well, actually, every single game mode right now in 26, I feel like slashing is very, very overpowered at the moment and very easy. So that is why I upped my interior defense a little bit. And we also have an 85 perimeter defense, silver challenger, silver on-ball menace, silver pick dodger, and gold off-ball pest, as well as a 79 steal, which gives you that silver interceptor and silver glove. And then moving on to our physicals, 86 speed, 80 agility, 48 strength. I already spoke about the vertical before, but that is basically our build completed. And you guys have built shades of Steve Francis, Damian Lillard, Jamal Murray. And our archetype is a two-way three-point slasher. And as you guys can see right there, the only weakness is the inability to pass hurts team play. Well, that is not actually true. And you guys will see that for yourself soon. That 71 pass hack, I promise you, is more than enough. But I will say this though, there is a very important setting that you must change. If you guys haven't done this already, go ahead to your controller settings, go down to passing, and then go down to this option right here where it says auto lob to moving receiver. You want to make sure that this is disabled. So by default, this is actually enabled, which is kind of weird. So basically every time somebody slips or somebody's cutting to the rim, it will automatically throw like a lob pass, like your triangle pass, which is obviously a very slow pass. So if you're noticing that your passes are a little bit slow, this is definitely why. So make sure that setting is disabled and thank me later. Okay, so for our SIGs, first of all, these are the playmaking moves that I'm currently using. Dribble style Ja Morant, easily the best dribble style to have on any guard build. Signature size up Trae Young, breakdown D Book. Escape moves Kemba Walker, also the best escape you can have at the moment. And we got combo Steph Curry, crossover Lonzo, behind the back Steph Curry. You can actually alternate this with Trae Young as well. Scottie Pippen if you want the moving behind the back, but I think Steph Curry is a lot more effective for this build. And then we got basic spin, Kobe White Hezzy, step back Vince Carter for the snatchbacks, and then triple threat Kobe. And that is it for our playmaking moves. So now moving on to our jump shot. The jump shot that I'm currently using on this build is right here. We got JJ Redick base, Beluba upper release 1, Austin Reeves upper release 2. And for our blending and release speed, we have release for our visual cue, and then fastest release speed as always, and then 60 to 40% speed. Another jump shot that I would recommend as well for bases would be Kyrie, Steph Curry, and I think Allen Iverson as well. Those are like the main bases that a lot of guards are using. So any of those are pretty viable. And then for our go-to shot and dribble pull-up, this is what I've got right now. We got Kyrie Irving go-to shot, and then dribble pull-up Pro 2 is still the best in the game once again. And then finally for our dunk package as well, this is what I've got on currently. So once you get to 93 driving dunk and you up your vertical to 80 as well, you will get these contact dunks. So contact dunks small, contact dunks pro. I've got the back scratches on, just the quick drop in back scratches off 2. And then quick drops because these are always the safest dunks to have. The tomahawk, specifically the athletic front tomahawks. And then for our 1 foot dunks, we have our contact dunks once again. So contact dunks pro, contact dunks small, tomahawk dunks once again. The uber athletic tomahawks off 1. Athletic offhanders off 1. We got the quick drops once again. Reverse, just the baseline reverses off 1, and that is basically it. Signature dunks, I don't actually have any of these equipped. I don't know if I should be using any of these anyway, but I'd rather go stick with the safe dunks. And for alley-oops, I don't actually have this equipped, but I will put this on right now. Elite, regular alley-oops, and then obviously you want the contact alley-oops as well. So pro and elite contact. Well, good thing I actually went here. I didn't even realize I didn't have these on yet. Regular alley-oops, pro, and the city alley-oops. We're not going to put any of those on, and that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope you guys have fun on this build. If you guys do end up making the same build as well, let me know your thoughts, and let me know how you go with it. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.